welcome to the Ensworth Live pregame show. I'm Dean Rolski. Alongside me is Eli Russ as we get set for the Tigers' first playoff game of the season, which is against the MBA Big Red. But before we look ahead to this week's matchup against MBA, let's take a look back at how both teams got to this point.
So, Ensworth finished the regular season with an 8-2 record, with their two losses coming to Lipscomb Academy on the road, MUS at home, 19-14. And some of Ensworth's signature wins this year came against Union City in Week 1, Knoxville Catholic in Week 4, and
MBA's running game has been very consistent throughout the season. Brooklyn Davis, number 21 in red, has over 1,000 rushing yards on the season. And on the other side of the ball, MBA has two really good linebackers, Jake Moore and Trey Woodcock, who have combined for over 126 tackles so far this season. But let's take a look at how that Week 2 game went, where the Tigers won against MBA 14-3. It started with Jaron Sensabaugh getting ahead on the football, forcing it loose, and Mason Curtis picking it up and taking it back to the end zone. And sure enough, the Tigers forced another fumble and turnover, and on the very next play, it was Max Holtzclaw finding Jaron Sensabaugh for 6, and the Tigers won that one 14-3. But it's always tough to beat the same team twice. So Eli, how are the Tigers going to do it this week?
well, this week I'm looking for two players to be really impactful, one on each side of the ball. I'll start with the defense. On the defensive side of the ball, I'm looking for number 55, big Ethan Utley. He's been just a wrecking ball, a force on the defensive line all year. I'm looking for him to create big interior pressure, get behind the line of scrimmage, blow up run plays, destroy passing protections, just wreak havoc. And then on the offensive side of the ball, it's been Jaron Sensabaugh's team. He's the number one receiver on this team. He's having a great year, catching touchdowns left and right, coming up with the big reception on any down whenever the Tigers seem to need a spark or need it most. And those are the two players that I'm looking for. Dean, what are some of your keys to the game?
Well, the first one that comes to mind is winning the turnover battle. Ensworth did it in Week 2 when they beat MBA. And can the Tigers force those turnovers, whether it be turnover on downs, interceptions, fumbles, whatever it may be, and can the Ensworth offense take advantage of those opportunities?
One key that I'm looking for is for Ensworth to establish the run early and often. Their two running backs, big Micah Smith, the junior, and E.J. Gibson, the freshman, has emerged as of late as a quick and shifty speed back. I'm looking for those two guys to really get going behind that powerful Ensworth O-line and to really set the tone early in the game.
So we've mentioned the key to the game for the offense and the defense. Let's give some loves to special teams. I think that will have a big role in this game. Can the Tigers play a clean game? No blocked punts, no blocked field goals. We've seen Zayden Moore take a touchdown back on a punt return. Could we see that again this week? If Ensworth can win the special teams in really all three phases of the game, I think they'll have a great shot of winning tonight against MBA. And so what would it mean for the Tigers this week? Well, likely Ensworth would go to Chattanooga to take on the Macaulay Blue Tornadoes. But that is not for sure, as Macaulay hosts BA tonight. And if Brentwood Academy, led by five-star quarterback George McIntyre, can come up with the upset, the Tigers would be back at home here at Daly Field next week for the state semifinal. But let's not look too far ahead yet. Ensworth has to take care of business tonight. The Tigers host MBA 7 p.m. at Daly Field. I hope to see many of you all there, but if you can't, make sure to catch it on the live stream and don't miss any of the action. I'm Dean Rolski. Alongside me is Eli Russ. Can't wait for the game tonight as we're getting set for kickoff. Go Tigers.
Good evening and welcome into Daily Field for the TSSAA Tennessee High School Football State Championship quarterfinals. I am your host, Eli Russ. Alongside me, Seth Nolden. Tonight, your Ensworth Tigers take on the MBA Big Red, a rematch of the Week 2 game where Ensworth came out victorious 17-3. Seth, what are you looking for tonight for Ensworth to secure a victory?
Well, I'll tell you what, we have a lot of great players on the field, but these are the three guys that stood out to me all season long, and I think are going to have the biggest impact this postseason. First, Jack Watts, number 18. He's a junior outside linebacker. He is everywhere on the field. Wherever the ball is, he'll be there, so look out for him. Another guy, Richard Thigpen, on the offensive line. He was the equipment manager last season, and now he's become a starting guard, and he's playing at a very elite level, so love to see that. Coach Hudson was happy with that. And then E.J. Gibson, freshman, number 27. He has a lot of touches throughout the season, and he's gotten more throughout the season. Talked to Coach Sharp, and he said he's the most natural running back in this room. I expect a lot from him.
That's great to hear, Seth. MBA won the toss and deferred their choice to the second half, so your Ensworth Tigers will start with the ball. It'll back deep to receive. It'll be, for the Tigers, it'll be number 25, Justin Hopkins, and number 1, Zayden Moore. MBA getting set, not quite taking the field. Something to keep in mind, MBA, after their Week 2 loss to Ensworth, made a quarterback switch, deciding to go with the sophomore Hugh Price, who will be starting tonight.
He's been very effective ever since that Week 2 game against Ensworth. And of course, if you are Ensworth, you want to repeat that game.
Very true. In Week 2 was a game where Ensworth dominated defensively, had a defensive touchdown in Mason Curtis with a scoop and score. Ensworth will look to repeat that tonight.
That's a huge part. Turnover differential. Ensworth won that a while ago, and now hopefully they can do the same here.
MBA getting set to kick it off. The senior, number 99, Liam Hackett, will be taking the kickoff for the Big Red.
Students on both sides, really energetic.
Very true.
Love this playoff energy.
It is a packed house tonight for the first game of the playoffs, for the Tigers at least. Looks like we're all set. The official's going to the sidelines. Liam Hackett setting the ball, taking his walk. It's a great night for football.
Perfect temperature for everyone around, I think.
Tigers, Big Red, starts now. Jackson Hopkins deep to return. Has a crease up the middle. He's going up to the 30, just past the 30, up to around the 34. Great starting field position there for the Tigers.
Tell you what, man, his acceleration, when he finds that hole, he bursts right through. That's a huge gain right there. Good field position to start for the Tigers.
Let's see what the Tigers offense will do with this good field position. Led by their senior quarterback, Max Holtzclaw, number 13.
I'll tell you,
he's been very good all year. Let's look for him to continue that.
I agree. I mean, this is a run-first team, of course, but he's done a great job protecting the ball, so I look forward to that.
Ensworth, man in motion. Snap, give to Micah Smith, and he's brought down by the NBA linebacker. That was number 50, Jordan Diani, the senior, with the stop. After that, that'll leave Ensworth a little bit behind the chains here. 2nd and 13. Holtzclaw, empty backfield, 5 wide. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Takes the snap, looking, throwing, finding number 42, the tight end, Blake Surratt.
Blake's taken a huge step up this year. Of course, last year on JV, taking a step up at the tight end on varsity. And he's been making a big plays for the run game and, of course, as you just saw through the pass game as well.
Very true. With that reception, that'll set up the Tigers with a 3rd and 8 here. Safe to assume they'll keep it in the air. Wonder if they'll go with that 5-wide look again. Looks like they're going to move Micah Smith back to the backfield this time, going with 4 receivers. Holtzclaw takes the snap, looking downfield, hits his check down. Micah Smith, he can be explosive, but slips down. So after that play, it'll be 4th down. Tigers likely sending out the punt unit. Oh, maybe not. Looks like the offense is going to stay out there.
I'm not going to lie, I like this move. Shows that they're going to be aggressive straight off the bat. They're not messing around. This is the playoffs.
I agree about the aggressiveness part, but I'm not quite sure if they're really going to go for it here on their own half of the field on the first drive of the game. Oh no, and yes, and they make a quick substitution to get the punter Graham Smith on there. Takes the snap. Oh, and it looks like a pre-snap penalty. Obviously with the quick late formation change, and it will be an illegal formation there.
Yeah, there's no one back to return as well, so I was curious to see how that was going to play out, but of course, legal formation, so.
I think the Tigers will go with a more traditional punting unit this time. See the Big Red making their personnel changes. Getting a man back there to return at least. That's number 14, Hutton Durrett, the senior wide receiver, back deep. And of course, Graham Smith punting the ball away for the Tigers. The punt is away, and it's a bit of a wobbler. Takes an Ensworth bounce, though. It's down just past the 30. Looks like it's about the 31. So quick 3 and out there for the Tigers offense. Now let's see what this Tigers defense has to offer. Obviously, you have the main man, Ethan Utley, over there on the D-line, just wreaking havoc in the pass game and in the run game.
And I think this is easily the highlight of the Tigers throughout, I think, over the course of their history, really, is their defense. Like I said, look out for 18, but also look out for 8, Mason Curtis. He's always on the field making plays.
It'll be the sophomore, Hugh Price, number 16, and a quarterback for the Big Red. Their main weapon so far this season is running back Brooklyn Davis, and he'll get the ball here, busting it outside. But a great tackle made there by number 3, Jay Johnson. Great job going for the legs and wrapping up.
That's a good start right there for the defense, stuff in the run. You need to set the tone early if you're the defense, especially if your offense can get it done on the first drive. You need to get the ball back quick.
Very true. So 2nd and 9 here for the Big Red. Hugh Price getting the call, coming into the huddle, relaying the call. They'll set up with 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. It'll be Brooklyn Davis getting the ball again, and he is once again met. This time it was a combination. Zayden Moore, Jack Watts, who you talked about pregame. This Ensworth defense is stingy.
He's all over the field, and he's so aggressive. So just keep an eye on him. I think he's going to make many plays like that tonight.
For the Tigers, you hope that Jack Watts can keep doing what he's doing. 3rd and 8 here for the MBA Big Red. Seems like a passing down, but you never know. The strength of this NBA Big Red offense is their running game and their star running back, Brooklyn Davis. But I think they'll go to the air here. We'll see. And they will. Hugh Price looking, finding a man. It's complete, and he reaches out. Let's see the spot. And they will give him the first down right at the marker. That was number 5, Oakley McFerrin with the reception.
Really good ball placement by Hugh Price, making the receiver lead, of course, to the first down. And good reach out, too, by the receiver there to get it.
True. Not much the Ensworth defense could have done there. They had 2 men on there. They wrapped up instantly, but just a nice play there by McFerrin to stretch out. And I'm not sure if he quite got there. Looks like they're going to bring the chains out and measure.
hard to tell from up here in the booth, but it looks like he may have just gone with the tip of the football.
I think he might be short by about, oh no, they're gonna do it. I can't tell from the spot, but it looks like he's just a hair short with the spot. And he is just a hair short, so it will be 4th down and inches. Literally a mere matter of inches. I'm not sure what the referee is doing here, but it looks like they're going to bring the ball out, bring the chains. They're going to bring the chains out to the middle of the field where the spot was, and it is indeed short. So it will be 4th and inches, and not much of a surprise here. MBA's offense staying on the field for this pivotal 4th down.
Look, I don't know what they're thinking here, but personally, on a 4th and inches like this, I would love to see a QB sneak maybe from MBA. Just pick up the chains.
Hugh Price certainly set up to do just that. Oh, and a pre-snap penalty. NBA sideline motioning like it's offsides. We'll see what the call is, though. This could certainly be against Ensworth. And it is indeed offsides on the Tigers, which will result in a 1st down for NBA without having to even run a play.
And I get you want to stop the quarterback, of course, from getting that 1st down, but at the same time, you got to be smart there. Can't make that penalty.
Very true. Don't want to give this NBA offense any free yards, certainly not on a pivotal 4th down such as that. Price in the shotgun. Brooklyn Davis wide left. Gets the ball. Charging upfield and is met by a gaggle of Tigers for a gain of about 4. Second and 7 here. Hugh Price getting the call from his coach on the sideline. Coming into the huddle. Same formation here for NBA. Everyone tied except for number 14, Hutton Durrett, wide left. Drops back, looking, finds his man, Brooklyn Davis. Tripped up there by Zayden Moore, but not before scrambling forward for a nice pickup, which will indeed result in a 1st down.
That is a huge tackle by Zayden Moore, because if he stayed on his feet, there's a lot of green grass ahead of him with only one man to beat. That could have been way worse than it was. Very
true. Looks like Ensworth was committed to the run there. Good play design there by NBA to fake the run, motion their back to the weak side of the field, pick up the 1st down. Price in the gun. This time Davis is on his right hip. Durrett, ride white. Man in motion is McFerrin. Run up the middle. Stuffed. Gain of about 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8.
NBA is really struggling to run the ball here, and that's what you want to see from that Ensworth D-line, so hopefully they can keep it up. Of course, that interior defensive line with Ethan Utley and Andrew Hogan, they've been all over the field.
Very true. That's been the strength of this team so far this year, is their defense, specifically their defensive line. 2nd and 9 here. NBA changing up their formation, going 3 wide to the right. Not a look we've seen much tonight. Drops back, looking for his man, but it's incomplete. Good coverage there by who else but Jack Watts.
There once again.
The intended target was Jack Stanley, the junior, number 22. With that incompletion, it'll be 3rd and 9.
This is a big 3rd down right here. Need the stop if you're the Tigers. I think no matter what, though, I think NBA will end up going for it from here. So really, got 2 downs.
I agree. The NBA is in what us football guys call no man's land. They're not quite far enough to punt, but they're not close enough to kick. Empty backfield for Price. Looking, pressure, tipped up and intercepted. That ball was intercepted by Jack Watts. The man we've talked about all night long, coming up clutch with the interception. It was, I believe, if we look at the replay here, I believe it was Justin Hopkins with the pass breakup. That ball was hanging in the air for what seemed like forever, and Jack Watts coming down with the interception.
That is exactly what this defense needs. Set the tone, give your offense the ball, and now let's see, as 27's in the backfield, I expect him to get some touches here.
I agree. Bringing in E.J. Gibson here, the shifty and quick, explosive freshman back that we've seen so much more of late in the year. Holds call, takes a snap, does indeed give it to Gibson. Shuffling forward, keeping his feet moving. Forward progress stopped right around the 38, up to the 39. Generous spot there.
I'll tell you what, we were talking about how we were impressed with the Ensworth D-line. So far in this game, the MBA D-line's been stuffing the run game too. So let's see if Ensworth's going to rely on the pass game a bit more in this one.
We will see. Both of these teams very run-oriented. They like to run the ball, like to establish the line of scrimmage, very physical. So with strength on strength, this game might come down to weakness on weakness. Holds call in the shotgun. Man in motion is Jaron Sensabaugh. Holds call, looking, firing, finding his man, Sean Johnson. There's a flag down on the field. Not a flag, that was Sean Johnson's shoe, which is orange.
That was a great ball there by Max Holtzclaw. Get the ball out quick to your playmakers, let them do the magic, and I think he'll be doing that a lot in this one.
Sean Johnson, along with Jaron Sensabaugh, seem to have been Max Holtzclaw's favorite targets so far this year. Finding him there for the first down. Holtzclaw in the gun. Zayden Moore, the man in motion. Holtzclaw fakes the handoff, takes it himself. Gonna scramble up the field past the 50, down at the 51. Nice pickup there of 6 on first down.
Max Holtzclaw, he's extremely fast, so that's something I wanted to see more throughout the season, but here in the postseason, why not break it out, the read option with Max Holtzclaw? I would love to see it more.
Not something we've seen much this season, like you said. Good to see here, though. 2nd and 4, Holtzclaw in the gun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, flicks it out to 42 Blake Surratt, who charges up the field, and will have enough for the first down. So the Tigers stringing together a couple of first downs here on this drive, looking promising with just above 3 minutes to go left in the first quarter.
This team is so deep when it comes to depth, and I think we're going to see a lot of it in this one. I love seeing the sophomores getting involved, and of course, 27, the freshman.
Holtzclaw in the gun again. 3 receivers wide to the left. Holtzclaw takes a snap, fakes the run, flips it out to Zayden Moore. Have not called his name tonight. He is shifty. Zayden Moore makes a couple of cuts. Up past the 45, down to the 50. The ball is out. The ball is out.
I think Zayden got on top of it, but we'll have to see.
Could he have been down by contact before the ball was tapped out? And indeed he did fall on it. Good call there, Seth. The Tigers will retain the ball after a scare there, after a really nice play by Zayden Moore, though.
It's a nice play. You got to hold on to the ball there, though, and he knows that. He's talking to Coach Rock right now as we speak. I mean, that's a great play, though. It shows off his agility. I think he'll use him a lot more in this one.
I agree. Number 35, Bishop Starling in the game to replace him at receiver. For the Tigers, two wide to the right. And a pre-snap penalty. It's going to go against the Tigers. A false start. So that penalty will move him back behind the chains. It'll be 1st and 15.
Offensive coordinator Coach Schneider upset about something. So something obviously went wrong there with the motion with Starlin as he comes out for Justin Hopkins.
I agree. Might not have had the right play call. I'm not sure. But nonetheless, 1st and 15. Just over 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Man in motion is Justin Hopkins. Fakes the handoff again to E.J. Gibson. Holtzclaw will take it himself and is met at the line.
Once again, that D-line making some plays. I think they're going to be a big factor in this one.
So Ensworth going once again with the read option, something we have not seen a ton this year, but something that I do like, as Max Holtzclaw is very quick. Only a pickup of 1 on that play, though, so 2nd and 14 with 1:30 left.
Zayden Moore back in the game as well. See if they try to get the ball in his hands.
He is explosive. Zayden Moore, wide to the left, 3 wide to the right. 2 men in motion here for the Tigers, and another pre-snap penalty. And some extracurricular activity there by the Big Red, throwing Max Holtzclaw to the ground well after the play was over.
I'm very unhappy from Coach Rock. That's your quarterback right there.
And I see 2 flags down on the field, 1 from the pre-snap penalty and another on the sideline. So there might be a personal foul here on this play.
Yeah, I would not like that from Coach Rock. It's a postseason. You can't have your quarterback hit like that, especially after the play's been blown dead for a couple seconds.
I agree. And there will be no personal foul, but it was a false start on the Tigers, which will push them back a further 5 yards, making it 2nd and 19.
You know, we talk turnover differential, and so far Ensworth is winning that, but penalties, man. Penalties are huge, and so far they're racking up a lot. You can't have that going forward.
Very true. If Ensworth wants to stay in this game and take a lead, they're going to have to stop committing these penalties. Same formation. 2 to the right. Zayden Moore is the man in motion again. Holtzclaw takes the snap, fakes the run, gives to Zayden Moore, and it's a drop.
Bit of shoving there on the sideline with Jaron Sensabaugh.
A little bit. Nothing too flagrant. It'll be 3rd and 19 here for the Tigers on MBA's 39. Keep in mind they have to get to the 20 to pick up a first down. Now Graham Smith has made a 45-yard kick this year. So keeping that in mind, we'd have to get to around the 30, just beyond the 30-yard line to get at the very edge of Graham Smith's range. So it could be quite possible they go for it 2 times. Takes a snap, quarterback draw. Holtzclaw, shifty.
I think he got there. 32-yard line should be good enough for the field goal.
This field goal would be 49 yards and at the very, very edge of Graham Smith's range. Just under 40 seconds to go left in the quarter. Tigers do have to run another play. Offense staying on the field.
I do like that from them.
4th and 12. Tigers once again need to get to the 20-yard line to pick up a first down. Holtzclaw, empty backfield. Motions Jaron Sensabaugh across. 3 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. Holtzclaw takes a snap. And another pre-snap penalty.
Crucial.
And it'll be another false start on the Tigers.
Holtzclaw visibly upset with his O-line with that.
Coaching staff not happy on the sideline. Like you said, offensive coordinator Dan Schneider not too happy. So with that penalty, it'll be 4th and 17 here for the Tigers. On NBA's 37. NBA showing a 3-man deep look. And Holtzclaw will punt the ball down to the 10 and kept in by Jaron Sensabaugh to be down at the 4. Great play there. Good hustle, keeping the ball from being a touchback and forcing NBA with some bad field position.
That was spectacular. Great job. Good football awareness right there, keeping the ball within the field of play. And now they're down at within their own 5. It's going to be tough to get out, especially with this D-line.
Very true. Only 4 seconds to go in this first quarter. NBA's offense and Hugh Price taking the field once again. Inside their own 5 this time. Let's see what they go with. Man in the backfield is Brooklyn Davis. Man in motion. Takes a snap, gives to Davis, and he is met at the line by Andrew Hogan. And that will end the first quarter. Nothing after 1. Tigers versus Big Red.
Register today for winter break camps at Ensworth. Camps are offered to grades kindergarten through 5th from December 18th through December 21st. Camps include dance, basketball, cheer, baseball, and all sports and adventure camps. Register today at www.ensworth.com/winter.
Welcome back to Daly Field for the start of the second quarter. Your Ensworth Tigers nothing, MBA Big Red nothing after one. MBA backed up inside their own 5. It is 2nd and 10 for the Big Red. Man in motion. Price taking the snap, giving to Brooklyn Davis, and he is met once again by this staunch Ensworth defensive line for no gain.
I'm really curious to see what they do here on a 3rd and long from their own 5. Maybe you just run, give your punter some room, but then again, maybe you want to go for the first. It's a risky move, but we'll see what they have to do with it.
True, backed up inside their own 5. We'll see how conservative MBA will be or how aggressive they will be. Maybe playing for a field position battle and taking it conservative, or going for the first down and saying, we want points. 3rd and 8. MBA from their own 5. Man in motion again. Brooklyn Davis, 6 steps deep. He gets the ball. Oh, no, he doesn't. It's a fake. Hugh Price throwing and throws away. But 2 late flags come in. One in the secondary and one down where the quarterback was hit. Hugh Price motioning as if it's a first down.
Did look like Sam Haley hit him a tad late right there. Don't know for sure what they're thinking, but I think that's what they're calling.
That could indeed be what the call was. Now, there was a flag in the secondary as well. Let's see the call. Holding on the defense. That penalty is declined. Personal foul. A late hit on Ensworth. Sam Haley. So that'll be an automatic first down, and the MBA Big Red will get the ball at the 21.
Once again, penalties crucial in these situations. Would have gotten the ball back at probably around the 50-yard line. Now they're going to be able to drive and put some points on the board possibly.
Very true. You had the MBA offense off the field with an incomplete pass on 3rd down, backed up inside their own 5, going to have to punt from their own end zone, but with those penalties, MBA was given new life. And that's really been the story of the game. Price under center, gets the snap, gives to Davis. Davis going to the left and is met there at the line for a gain of 1, maybe 2.
Throwing the ball's been working for MBA, so I think honestly they should probably stick to that throughout the game. But of course you want to get the run game involved as much as possible, especially against a team like Ensworth where the secondary is no joke either.
That is their identity, the NBA Big Red. They love to run the ball. Brooklyn Davis, over 1,000 rushing yards this year, leading the team. He is one of their main weapons, and they'll look to get him the ball early and often, as they've done so far tonight. This time, on 2nd down, Price in the gun. 2 receivers wide left. It's a fake. Handed off. Price going to keep it himself, and Ethan Utley eating that play up, shedding his block, ripping through, and making a great tackle. 3rd down.
He's the biggest guy on the field no matter where he is. I mean, that is just bona fide Ethan Utley right there, blasted through the O-line, getting the tackle for loss.
Just under 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. 3rd and 9 here for the Big Red. Let's see if Ensworth can get off the field here on this third down. Price in the gun. Brooklyn Davis on his right hip. 2 receivers wide left, 1 to the right. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Pressure coming, and he is taken down. Jack Watts once again with the sack, shedding his block, going in there and making a great play.
Have yourself a day, number 18.
After that play, MBA will be forced to punt on 4th and 19. And really, the situation hasn't changed much. NBA is going to still punt from their own end zone even after the penalty. Great individual effort there by Jack Watts, but also great coverage downfield by the Tiger DBs, forcing Price to wait, not be able to make a throw. The punt's away, bit of a wobbler. Zayden Moore with the fair catch right at the 50. So the Tigers will get the ball at the 50-yard line. Let's see if their offense can come out a bit rejuvenated after the quarter break and that stellar play by their defense.
I think right here you need points. This is such a crucial drive. If you can waste the clock to maybe 3 minutes, maybe 4, and get 3 or 7 on the board, that would be huge.
Very true. Tigers want to control the clock, keep the ball out of NBA's hands, and put points on the board. Nothing. Just over 3 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Holtzclaw in the gun. Takes a snap. And the give to Micah Smith. Micah breaking some tackles, breaking 2 tackles. Coming to the edge, just past the 50, down to the 47.
The Tigers have such a diverse backfield. You have a lot of guys that are shifty, and then you have Micah Smith, who will run right through, and he showed it right there with 2 stiff arms to get away from defenders.
2nd and 7. Holtzclaw in the gun. Micah Smith on his right hip. Two receivers wide right. Zayden Moore, the lone man on the left. Takes a snap, gives it to Micah Smith again. And this time he is met at the line.
Holtzclaw mad himself. I think he should have kept it right there, and I think he agrees.
That was number 4, Jake Moore for the Big Red. The senior making the play there. So it will remain 7 yards, this time 3rd and 7. Let's see if the Tigers go to the air. Same formation, although the 2 receivers to the wide to the right are stacked. Holtzclaw checking for the play, getting it. Takes the snap, dropping back, looking. And he has a man, that's Sean Johnson. That's enough for the first down and more. Sean Johnson out past the 30.
It's another
and down at the 29-yard line. Great pickup there. First down, Tigers. Another
quick throw from Holtzclaw, getting it to Sean Johnson, the playmaker, letting him do the rest.
That's the 2nd time Sean Johnson has caught an out route for a first down. Has played very well tonight. Holtzclaw in the gun, per usual. Micah Smith in the backfield. Takes the snap, gives to Smith. Smith turning forward, breaking some tackles. Keeps his feet moving. Down to the 26, 27-yard line. Should be a pickup of about 3.
It's such an underrated trait. I mean, being able to bounce off tacklers like that, you can make a 0-yard gain become a 3-yard gain. Yeah, 3-yard gain's not a lot, but in that situation where it could have been negative, it's huge.
Micah Smith, the junior. He is just huge, just a mountain of a man. Plays linebacker on defense, running back on offense, just does everything. E.J. Gibson in the freshman at running back, checking Mike out of the game. Takes the snap, gives it to E.J., and he's got some room. Makes a cut out down past the 20-yard line, down at about the 18. That will be enough for the first down.
I mean, there it is, that burst and acceleration. Finds the hole, goes right through it, gets the first down.
Great lead block there by Blake Surratt, getting out in the hole, creating just a huge gap for E.J. Gibson to run through. Gibson staying in the game. 2 wide left receivers. Sean Johnson, Jaron Sensabaugh, man in motion is Zayden Moore. It will go to Moore, but that pass did not have enough juice on it. Didn't even get to Moore there.
Got to get it to him right there. Had a lot of green grass ahead of him. Of course, it's early in the game, but later down, if that's in the 4th quarter, that's a crucial mistake.
Very true. Holtzclaw, as you said, does not seem to be himself tonight. has made some very nice throws, picking up first down, but it seems the easy stuff is just he's not been able to execute it. Stoppage here. Just over 6 minutes left in this second quarter. Holtzclaw in the gun. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Holtzclaw down past the 15, down at the 13.
You know, what we were saying earlier, love to see the read option a lot, and we have. I think that's the third or fourth time they've run that. And so I'd like to see it way more, probably 8 to 9 times in this one. Very
true. 3rd and 5 now for the Tigers. Need to get to the 9-yard line for the first down. Four receivers. One in the backfield is Elijah Gibson on the right hip of Holtzclaw. Zayden Moore in motion. Takes the snap. Gives it to Zayden Moore. Zayden Moore has a hole. Breaks some tackles. Down inside the 5 to the 4. And that's a first down for the Tigers.
That's the play they tried to run earlier. This time got it to him, and that's what's going to happen every time you get number 1 the football.
So explosive, so quick, and showing you his physicality and toughness there, breaking tackles, yards after the catch. So crucial for any receiver.
Wonder what they're going to do here with Micah Smith on the goal line.
I think it's safe to say that this play is going to be a run. And indeed it is, and Micah Smith has a gaping hole, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Micah Smith taking it 4 yards for the score, and your Tigers are up 6-0, pending the extra point by Graham Smith.
Once again, the versatility of this backfield, it's so crucial. We saw E.J. Gibson have a couple of huge runs right there, and then Micah Smith running right up the middle and scoring. That's exactly what you want to see from this run game.
The 6'2", 220-pound junior, as you just saw on the screen, has been so pivotal for the Tigers this year. Graham Smith with the extra point. Snap, set, kick, up, and is good. So it is 7-0 Tigers, just under 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Your Tigers 7, NBA Big Red nothing. Back here at Daly Field, the Tigers and Graham Smith set to kick off after the 4-yard Micah Smith touchdown run.
The student section really amped up here, especially with that touchdown. Why wouldn't they be? I think I love this energy for the rest of the game.
Not much offense before that drive for either team. Good to see somebody get on the board. Graham Smith set to kick this one away. And it is Brooklyn Davis, NBA's man, that back deep to receive. And a directional kick there. Taken up past the 25, down at the 26. So the Big Red will start at the 26, coming off a drive where they picked up a first down off of a late hit, roughing the passer penalty, but had to end up punting on that drive after a huge sack on 3rd down by Jack Watts.
This defense has looked great, and I don't think they're going to stop here. I think we're going to see another Ensworth drive before the end of the half.
Once again, just under 4:50 here left in the second quarter. Tigers up 7-0. NBA with the ball on the 26-yard line. Hugh Price takes the snap, drops back for a pass. Looking, can't find anybody. Ethan Utley with the sack. Great downfield coverage by the Tigers, forcing yet another coverage sack. There's only so long you can block that big man.
Ethan Utley, man, I mean, he has had some games where he hasn't really been there. In this one, he's present. He's made his presence known.
As you saw on the replay there, I think he was being triple teamed on that play, but Still, he's just almost impossible to block. Just his length and size. Great play. So 2nd and 14 here for the Big Red. Not the start they wanted for this drive. Price putting a man in motion, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking for a man out wide, and he has him. Good diving catch there.
That is a fantastic grab right there.
And that is Oakley McFerrin, the senior, with the reception.
The fact that he's able to lay out for this ball and grab it, I mean, without it hitting the ground, that's very impressive. That is something you barely see in high school.
And really not bad coverage there by Jaron Sensabaugh, just a great individual effort by McFerrin. So 3:30 left in the second. 3rd and 3 for the Big Red. I would expect a run play here.
I don't know, 3rd and 3, this defensive line is really stout. I think we'll see a bubble screen, something like that.
Takes the drop, looks out wide and finds Brooklyn Davis, who does have enough for the first down. Tackle made by Zayden Moore, but when you get a man out in space, it's very hard to keep him from picking up 3 yards. Zayden Moore did a good job to wrap the legs there.
I think Ensworth is really letting them have those 3 to 5 yard gains. They're not letting anything deep, and I think that is the game plan entering this one. Don't let any big plays happen. Keep everything in front of you. Control the game.
And that's something they've done so far. They've had the majority of the possession, and obviously they're leading on the scoreboard. 1st and 10. Price takes a snap, fires out wide, and it is caught. That's number 14, Hutton Durrett, with the reception.
Zayden Moore getting a bit chippy there with the MBA sideline.
Zayden Moore, very emotional when it comes to these games, but that's what makes him such a good player. 2nd and 6, just under 2:30 in the half. Stoppage here, the refs are talking about something. Ref coming over to the Ensworth sideline to talk to Coach Batten. Looks like a clock issue. I think the refs are signaling that and the clock was just changed to 2:33. Here we go, 2nd and 6 for the Big Red. 2:30 left in this half. Each team still with 3 timeouts. Price in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking, immediate pressure, and a screen play, but it was blown up there.
That is the last guy you want to run into in the middle of the field. Number 55 has an open shot on you.
With that incompletion, the clock will stop. So it is 3rd and 6 for the Big Red. Bit of a creative play design there. We haven't seen them run a screen yet for either side.
Yeah, and I think it's a really risky play in high school. I mean, it's a lot of coordination there that has to happen, but right there to try to run in, there's an example of something got blown up, so I don't think they'll go back to it, at least in this half.
Price takes the snap on 3rd down, looking for a slant over the middle, not there. Escaping, out to the sideline, and is brought down by Ethan Utley short of the 1st down.
Ethan Utley and Jack Watts, they've been all over the field tonight. Love to see it, and I think we'll see more of it.
NBA's offense seems to be staying out on the field. Here comes their punting unit. As it was 4th and 6, probably a smart decision there.
It's a big stop. Now you get your offense another opportunity to probably make it a 2-possession lead entering the second half, where NBA will receive to start the second half. So this is a big, big stop.
Zayden Moore back deep for the Tigers, standing at his own 20. The punt is away. Fair caught at the 24. So the Tigers offense will take over on their own 24-yard line. They have 3 timeouts and just over 2:10 left in the game.
Well, we talked how this is a run-first offense, and now with 2:11 on the clock, even though you do have 3 timeouts, you're probably going to throw the ball probably every time here. So I'm curious to see what they're going to draw up here.
It would be safe to assume it will be a passing-heavy series here for the Tigers as time is running short. Holtzclaw in the shotgun. 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Man in motion is Jaron Sensabaugh. Have not called his name tonight. Sensabaugh getting the ball, makes a man miss, cutting up past the 30, brought down at the 33.
And I am kind of surprised they haven't gotten him the ball more. I mean, he's one of the most dynamic playmakers on the field. And I think with that play, they have cemented himself in the offense. I think he's going to get way more targets in the second half.
Under 150 to go here, 2nd and 2. Holtzclaw in the gun, takes the snap, looking, firing, and has his man, Blake Surratt, brought down across midfield to MBA's 45.
Surratt making some huge plays in this first half.
And the clock, in high school, the clock does stop on a first down until the ball is set for play. So a nice little clock break there for the Tigers. Clock is running, under 1:30 to go. Holtzclaw takes the snap, looking downfield, escaping the pressure, rolling to his right, throwing downfield.
Whoa.
And incomplete, looking for Sean Johnson. Holtzclaw pleading with the referees for a penalty.
That is a great ball right there from Max Holtzclaw, just lofting it over the top. I do not hate that throw at all, giving his guy a chance.
Was a good throw. Good improvisational skills there by Holtzclaw, sensing the pressure, rolling out to his right, and a good awareness by Sean Johnson, knowing when your quarterback's rolling out to the right, you got to cut upfield and give him somewhere to throw the ball, and it was a good throw, just off the fingertips of Sean. So 2nd and 10 here, 1:15 left in the half. Holtzclaw takes a snap, finds Jaron Sensabaugh again. Sensabaugh got a full head of steam, down past the 30. Down at the 29-yard line, but there is a flag back at where Zayden Moore was blocking.
I think they're going to call holding here, a crucial penalty, a huge game that's just going to have to come back.
True. I do think it is a hold. Zayden Moore talking to the referees, and it will indeed be a hold on the offense, negating that huge play there for Sensabaugh. See if we can see it on the replay here.
Did grab the top of the shoulder pad. I don't think it was that much, but hey.
I'm not sure. And I think that's something that the referees have not called have not called yet tonight. So could have been a penalty, could not have been a penalty. Was a judgment call there for the refs. So 2nd and 20, Ensworth pushed back into their own half. The clock will wind as there was a penalty on the offense. The clock ticking just under a minute.
Got to snap the ball here, got to be quick.
Holtzclaw in the gun. 3 receivers to the right. Quick screen out to Zayden Moore, and he is brought down inbounds at the 48. So the clock will continue to run.
Does look
and it
like
will be 3rd down.
Does look like the Tigers are just probably going to take this into halftime with a 7-0 lead, which I don't hate. Maybe they'll give a shot to the end zone here on a 3rd down and long, but we'll see.
Now, Ensworth does have 3 timeouts. They do have to run a play before the clock runs out, but it looks like they're not even going to line up for a play, and they might end up just taking this one to the half, which looks like they will. Looks like they're going to take the penalty, and oh no, Coach Batten will call a timeout.
I would like to see a Hail Mary here. Just throw it up, see what happens. Nothing can really hurt from it.
Follow Ensworth Athletics on Instagram or visit ensworth.com/athletics for up-to-date athletic schedules. 3rd and 18 for the Tigers. 5 seconds left in the half. 3 receivers wide to the left. MBA in a prevent defense.
Kind of shocked they don't have Micah back there to block maybe if it is a Hail Mary, but we'll see what happens. Might just run up the gut.
MBA only showing 3, and it will be indeed be a run up the gut for EJ Gibson. Pick up a 4. And after that play, that will take us to halftime. At the break, Ensworth up 7-0 over MBA.
place, the Lucas family, representing the cheerleaders. Not everybody at once. In second place, the Michael family, representing the Tigerettes. Settle down. And in first place, the Scala family, representing the football team. There we go. Thank you everyone who went to cheer, and to all those who tasted and voted.
And welcome back to Daly Field for the start of the second half of this TSSAA High School State Championship quarterfinals matchup. It's your Ensworth Tigers up 7-0 against the MBA Big Red. Seth, what are some keys to the game that you're looking for Ensworth to secure a victory?
Well, of course, we saw it at the end of the first half, that run game, man. Once they got it going, the offense is moving. Got to keep the run game active if you want to win this game. I'm not worried about the defense. The defense is doing their job. As long as they got their adjustments correct, I think Ensworth has a good chance of holding on.
I agree with all of those sentiments, Seth. So, as Ensworth received the ball in the first half, it will be MBA to receive at the beginning of this half. And it will be Graham Smith for the Tigers to kick it off.
That's why points at the end of the first half would have been huge right there, have a 2-possession lead, but no big deal. I trust this defense, and I know, of course, the coaching staff and the players trust their defense, too, to get the job done.
They have been so reliable all year. Here come both teams, getting ready for the second half of action. Back deep for the Big Red, it'll be number 14, Hutton Durrett. And also their star running back, Brooklyn Davis.
You know, Ensworth's done a great job keeping Davis, not doing that much. He had one nice run right there, but it's pretty much it.
This Ensworth D-line has been stout all night, done a good job of stifling this NBA run game, which is, as we said earlier, the focal point of this offense. Graham Smith getting set to kick it away to begin this second half. Once again, a directional kick. A fair catch called for, and a fair catch he will have right at the 25-yard line. So NBA and their sophomore quarterback, Hugh Price, will start this second half with the ball on their own 25.
This feels a lot like the first game, how NBA's offense never really got anything going, and Ensworth had control the entire game. Of course, things could change in the second half, but so far, no complaints if you're Ensworth.
A clean first half where you give up no points is hard to argue with. Price under center, man in motion. Fake the handoff, rolling out to the right, looking for a man, and he has him. That's number 80, Drew Connolly, the tight end, with the reception, and that's enough for a first down.
Trying to get the young quarterback's confidence up after a rough first half. He did make a few good completions, but right there, throwing it over the middle. You want that confidence in your young quarterback to be able to move the ball downfield like that. Let's see if they keep it up.
30 seconds gone by here in this second half. Price in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Man in motion. Takes a snap, hands it off to Davis. Davis up the middle, past the 40, and stalled out by the Ensworth D-line right at the 41.
Moved the D-line pretty well there. That's the first time we've really seen the NBA O-line make a difference in this one. So we'll see if they keep things up here in the second half.
2nd and 6. NBA on schedule so far this drive. No big plays for either side so far. Price sticking in the shotgun. 2 receivers wide to the left. Davis on his left hip. Takes a snap. Gives it to Davis. Wide to the right. Davis turning upfield past the 40. And seems to just get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe an extra yard there. 3rd and about 5.
Once again, stopping Davis is a huge part of this game for Ensworth. And right there, they did it again.
Big 3rd down here for Ensworth. 3rd and 5 here. Could be a run, could be a pass. This D is going to have to get off the field, though. Price, once again in the shotgun. Same formation, 2 to the left. This time, Davis on his right hip. Man in motion. Fakes the jet screen. Gives it to the man in motion. And brought down short of the first down. That was number 5, Opie McFerrin with the reception, but not quite enough.
Hugh Price missed a wide open read over the middle right there. Maybe it wasn't the read, but still got wide open. You got to hit that if you're Hugh.
True. And here comes MBA's punting unit. Walker Derryberry is on to punt in the way for the Big Red, and Zayden Moore is going to go back deep to receive it for the Tigers. So good first defensive series there for the Tigers, forcing a punt, getting the ball back into the hands of their offense. The kick is away. It is a booming kick. Fair catch called for by Zayden Moore, drifting all the way back inside his own 10, right at the 10. So with just under 3 minutes gone by here in this second half, MBA with the punt, and Ensworth's going to have the ball on their own 10.
Honestly, I kind of like this field positioning if you're Ensworth. 9 minutes left on the clock here in the third quarter. If you do end up scoring, it's probably going to take around 5 to 6 minutes off the clock, which is what you want in this scenario when you're only up by 1 possession.
Very true. Ensworth is going to look to establish the run early, as that is their identity. Holtzclaw on the gun. Big Micah Smith back there in the backfield. Zayden Moore is the man in motion. Holtzclaw takes a snap, gives it to Micah Smith. Micah bouncing out to the right. Breaking tackles up the field, and will have enough for the first down, getting to the 20. Really good 10-yard run there by Micah Smith.
Micah Smith really getting involved here in this one. I thought we were going to see more of Gibson, but you know what? I love having a 2 running back tandem that right there, and we're seeing a lot of number 6, so I think we're going to keep seeing it.
Same formation, this time Zayden Moore starting on the right half. Faking the handoff, giving it to Zayden Moore on the quick wide receiver screen. Bursting through and brought down just shy of the 30 at the 28. We'll call it 2nd and 2.
You know, we really haven't seen any deep balls from Holtzclaw, so maybe we'll see one pretty soon here.
With seemingly single coverage on the outside of the field. This time it's a handoff to Micah Smith, and he will have enough for the first down. Up past the 30, down to the 33, and the chains will move.
Because even though this is a run-first team, we have seen the occasional deep ball every once in a while, and so far, I think the farthest throw is around 10, 15 yards, so maybe we'll see a bit more here. Well, who knows?
Holtzclaw sticking in the gun. That's where Ensworth runs most of their sets. 3 receivers wide to the left. Faking the handoff. Quick screen again to Zayden Moore. This time bursting up past the 40, past the 45, and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. That will be enough for another first down. Tigers really stringing along a great drive here so far.
Moore's taking over the game right now, and I think that's what they want. Get your senior upperclassman the ball. Let him make the momentum shift in this one.
Moore motioning over to the right side of the field. 3 receivers to the right. Takes the snap, hands it off to Micah Smith again, and he is met at the line this time. Nowhere to go. Gonna lose a yard. Good job by the Ensworth D-line there to really stall up and get some momentum going back in their way, as so far this half it's been all Ensworth. E.J. Gibson checking into the game for Micah Smith, giving him a quick breather. And with him in the game, it adds a new dynamic to their offensive sort of speed and versatility that maybe Micah Smith doesn't give you. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, dumps it off to Blake Surratt. Surratt is met at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It will be 3rd and 10.
You know, usually you don't really see Ensworth giving their tight ends a lot of targets, but so far Surratt has 4 receptions in this one, which is a career high, and so I think we're going to see a lot more of him running routes.
Has been a focal point so far tonight. 3rd and 10, not the position if you're Ensworth that you would like to be in, as you would want to run the ball. 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Holtzclaw in the gun, E.J. Gibson on his left hip. Takes the snap, it's low, fields it, flips it out, and just out of the reach of the hands of Zayden Moore. Even if he caught the ball, it would not have been enough for the first down. And the offense is staying on the field, they will indeed stay on the field. So an interesting decision here by Coach Batten. It's 4th and 10 on their own 46. Although we did see them run a play like this where they had Holtzclaw punt the ball earlier in the game. And here they're going to make the same late switch. Graham Smith fielding it, punting the ball away. Bit of a wobbly punt there, falling down in front of Hutton and down at the 26.
Well, I don't think that's the drive you want right there for your Ensworth, but, you know, once again, I think they trust their defense enough to say, hey, we're going to get the ball back with the same score.
Nearly halfway gone here in this second quarter of action. The score has not changed. Still 7-0 Tigers. 6:05 left in the third. Hugh Price and MBA back on the field for their second drive of this half. Price in the gun, motioning a man across the formation. Takes the snap, gives it to Brooklyn Davis, and Brooklyn Davis is met at the line of scrimmage by Mason Curtis. Have not called his name that much tonight.
Yeah, he's made a few tackles there and there, but I mean, obviously NBA has a game plan to keep him and 55 away from the football at all times, so we'll see what happens.
And a flag there on the play. And it was a hold on NBA, so that will push them back. No, excuse me, not a hold. Some sort of procedural penalty, which will push them back 5 yards.
This is a huge drive for NBA here. Of course, there's a lot of time on the clock, but for really an offense that's had nothing going for them, you got to think maybe a nice 50-yard drive, maybe get a field goal. You need to get something here to show, okay, we can move the ball against this defense and we can give ourselves an opportunity to win.
So I was right the first time it was a hold, so it will be 1st and 20 on the 15 for Hugh Price in this NBA offense. Need to get to the 35 for a first down. Price in the gun, takes a snap, takes the handoff, and another flag. It will be a false start this time on NBA.
Well, we were talking penalties, how Ensworth was killing themselves really with penalties in the first half, and now NBA's starting to do that.
Both teams have not helped themselves with these penalties. So now backed up to their own 10. It is 1st and 25 with just under 5:30 to go in this third quarter. Price in the gun again, fakes the handoff, looking downfield, looking, escaping the pressure, and cannot, is brought down. That is Sam Haley, the junior linebacker, with the sack.
First time I think we called his name tonight. I mean, he is such a physical and fast player for someone of his size. The way he can move around the field is truly game-changing. Right there, he showed it.
So it will be 2nd and 25 here for this NBA offense. Tried to pass play on that last down. Nobody was open. Price had to scramble and could not escape Sam Haley. So we'll see if they go back to the run. Price in the gun. Takes a snap. It will be another throw. Quick screen. That is Oakley McFerrin on the catch, moving it up past the 15 down to the 17. So it'll be 3rd down and about 17 to go.
Kind of curious to see what NBA is going to do here. They haven't really shown the deep ball at all, so I think they'll probably do some bubble screen or maybe a short slant route or out route, just try to get some more yards for your punter.
Obviously, they tried the screen earlier on in the first half to no avail as Ethan Utley blew up that play. 3 receivers wide to the right, Price in the gun. Fakes the handoff, looking downfield. And and a late flag.
Questionable call right there, especially on a 3rd and long where really I don't think it has any effect.
And it will be pass interference on Zayden Moore, saying he got there just a tad early. So it'll be from the spot of the foul, and I believe in high school it's an automatic first down.
It's another crucial penalty by Ensworth. Could have gotten their offense back on the field. Now it's basically a restart.
Oh no, I'm sorry, it's gonna be third down again, as they didn't have enough distance to make it a first down. It was 3rd and 18 and only 15 yards. It's a 3rd and 3 now. So Ensworth still with a chance to get off the field here. We'll see what they can do.
I think MBA would be foolish here to try to run it up the middle with the way this D-line's been playing. I would expect a pass route. We'll see what happens.
8 men on the line of scrimmage for NBA. It will be a pass out in the flat to number 23. And that will be enough for a first down. That was Eli Kirkland on the catch. Have not seen him much tonight.
Sensabaugh, who is in a bit of pain, but he made that huge tackle. If he didn't get that play, once again, open grass ahead, and I think he would have taken that to the house.
3:37 left in this third quarter. Sensabaugh up and on his feet, jogging off. That's such a good sight to see, as he's one of the staples of this team on the offensive and defensive side of the ball.
It's really rare. I mean, of course, Ethan on the line, but to have a defensive back and receiver be two-way, it's really hard to do on yourself. And I mean, he's done it at a very high level this season.
Very true. Ensworth has their 2 starting receivers in Zayden Moore and Jaron Sensabaugh both playing outside corner. So 2 of them deserve the credit for doing something that is so hard.
See 35 Bishop Starlin in replacement.
1st and 10 from the 36. Fake handoff, passing down the field. Nobody was there. Could have been a little miscommunication there between Price and his receiver. But nonetheless, it'll be 2nd and 10. Still from 36.
I mean, if you look at the yards gained, you think that, okay, they've had a pretty productive drive so far, but really it's all been penalties, and this defense still holding them out. So good job once again by the defense, not letting them move the ball at all.
Second and 10, Price in the gun, 3 receivers wide to the left. Makes the handoff again. Looking, firing, and he has a man. It's complete. And he's streaking down the sideline, past the 25, down past the 20, and pushed out of bounds near the 15. It was Hutton Durrett, the senior, with the huge play.
That is a fantastic throw from Hugh Price, thrown over the middle in a tight window. Got it right through, and that's a huge gain. That's exactly what the Big Red needed to get back in this game.
And if you're Ensworth, big plays were something that you were trying to prevent. That was your goal. Keep everything in front of you. And on that play, a few busted tackles, and now NBA's in the red zone, and they're in business. So it's 1st and 10 from the 16 for the Big Red. First time they've been down here tonight. Let's see what they'll do with it. Taking the snap, giving it to Brooklyn Davis. Oh, and Brooklyn Davis is going to pass the ball. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Big Red. It's number 5, Oakley McFerrin on the reception. Brooklyn Davis, the running back, with the touchdown pass. A little bit of trickeration there from NBA.
Well, I guess if you're Brooklyn Davis, you can't run it, let's throw it. And it ends up working for them. First touchdown of the night for the Big Red. That's a huge change of momentum.
So far this half, it had been all Ensworth. Now after that, the Big Red right back into this game with 2 plays, really. Extra point up and good.
Well,
it is 7-7.
Well, like I said, that was a huge drive, and as we just saw, a score, and now we're all tied, and really don't know which way this game's gonna go.
Very, very true. This Ensworth defense had been stout leading up to this drive, and really only 2 plays that they took off, but there's only 2 plays that the NBA offense needed as they punched it in for 7. So now, Max Holtzclaw and Ensworth offense gonna get the ball back here with just under 3 minutes to go in this third quarter.
MBA crowd riled up after that one. Of course, as they probably should. Haven't had really nothing to cheer for all game until those two plays. So let's see if Ensworth's offense can get the momentum back in their hands.
MBA has put the ball in Ensworth's court for this game. Ensworth got on top early. MBA has responded. Let's see how Ensworth can rise to the challenge. It's Liam Hackett to kick it away for MBA. Back deep. It is Justin Hopkins. Hopkins fielding the ball, going out wide, past the 20, up to the 30, pulled out of bounds right at the 30. And a flag on the far side of the field, which usually indicates some sort of hold or illegal block by the receiving team. And it will indeed be a hold on Ensworth, forcing them back to what looks like inside their own 20.
Once again, penalties. We talked they can't have as many penalties in this half than they did in the first, and so far, it isn't looking good.
Very true. Ensworth plagued all night by their penalties. So Ensworth will have the ball on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, 2:35 to go in this quarter. 3 receivers wide to the right, Holtzclaw on the gun, takes the snap, give to Micah Smith. Micah Smith breaking tackles, pushing forward, up to the 23. 2nd and 7.
At what point do you say, okay, maybe we take a deep shot? I mean, I think in this opportunity, I would do it right here. Of course, I'm not the offensive coordinator, but I would. They just scored a touchdown. You need a momentum. You need some momentum, so I'd like to see one right here.
2 receivers on either side of the formation. Holtzclaw takes a snap, looking out wide, has his man in Sean Johnson. That's been one of his favorite targets tonight. Ball looks like it'll be spotted around the 26. So a pickup of 3. And it'll be 3rd and 4. Ensworth bringing on some beef.
Hey, curious what they're going to do here with
An
these
extra
many
lineman.
linemen.
Showing a tight formation with only one wide receiver in Zayden Moore at the bottom of the screen. Holtzclaw takes a snap, give to Micah Smith. Micah working outside, and he is short of the 1st down. It will be 4th down and 3, and Ensworth is gonna have to punt the ball.
I have to say things are looking really good for MBA. You get that touchdown on the 2nd drive, and then that huge stop right there where Ensworth has nothing going. It really seems like roles have reversed here.
All the momentum now in NBA's favor. Seems like NBA is going for an all-out block here. Graham Smith standing on his own 12. Oh, and the snap is low. There is a penalty flag down, but quite the punt there by Graham Smith, and takes a very, very favorable Ensworth bounce, going down all the way to NBA's 20.
I mean, that is a fantastic job right there from Graham Smith. Penalty on the field, so we'll see what it is. But if it stands, that is a fantastic play by the punter.
Referee motioning for the offense and defense to come back. It might be on the Tigers, forcing them to have to kick this one again. And if it is on the Big Red, then it could possibly result in an Ensworth 1st down. And it is a false start on Ensworth. So they will redo 4th down from 5 yards back.
Can't have that happen. Once again, penalties, penalties, penalties. They're crucial in a game like this.
Penalties have been the story so far for the Tigers. There's a feeling that some of these mistakes could have and would have been avoided if not for penalties by the Tigers offense and defense. Negating a very, very nice punt there by Graham Smith.
I mean, that punt, you know, we're talking about momentum. That's a huge one right there. If you pin them inside their own 25, who knows what happens.
But now forcing Graham Smith to kick from 5 yards further back and only giving MBA another chance to possibly return this one and have even better field position. Better snap this time. Kick is away, and it is another good one. Fair catch called for and gotten. Ball will be spotted at the 42. So just under a minute left in this third quarter. MBA coming back onto the field, coming off their touchdown, tying the game up at 7. Let's see if they go with the same sort of idea of running the ball, getting the ball to their playmakers in Brooklyn Davis and Oakland McFerrin.
Well, I'll tell you what, that pass game really did come alive that last drive, and I think we're going to see more of it.
Fullback in the game for NBA, something we have not seen a ton of tonight. Price under center. Davis 10 steps deep. Davis gets the ball, runs through between the tackles and up past the 45 down at the 47. So that's a pickup of about 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5.
One of the first times tonight we've seen Davis break through like that, so who knows, maybe they figured out something in the second half.
Could have made some halftime adjustments that are leading to this almost new-looking NBA offense. NBA will have to run a play before the end of this third quarter. 2-second difference between play clock and game clock. NBA in the same formation. Davis once again the deep back. Davis gets the ball again, bounces it outside, but nowhere to go for him. That is Jack Watts again setting the edge, forcing Davis back inside for no gain. That play will conclude the third quarter of action. It is Ensworth Tigers 7, NBA Big Red 7.
Please visit the Ensworth Spirit store online at www.ensworthspiritstore.com.
I'm a tiger.
As a member of the Ensworth community, you are a tiger. And together, we are Ensworth. Your gift to the Ensworth Fund makes our Tigers' dreams possible.
I'm a tiger.
I'm a tiger. And I love Ensworth every single day.
Join us in showing your tiger pride.
Welcome back to Daly Field for the start of this fourth quarter between what has been a very good game to watch so far between the Ensworth Tigers and their crosstown rivals, the NBA Big Red. It is tied up at 7-7 going into the fourth. 3rd down and 5 for the Big Red. Price under center, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, rolling out to his offhand, throwing, and it is incomplete. Good coverage there by number 3, Jay Johnson, forcing the incompletion and the 4th down.
That is a huge play right there from Johnson, getting the stop. I mean, now it's anyone's game. If they get a first down right there in Ensworth territory, I mean, I say NBA has a good chance of putting some points on the board with that stop. I think Ensworth has a good opportunity to get themselves back in the swing of things.
Walker Derryberry, the senior, on to punt the ball again for NBA. Zayden Moore back deep, standing at his own 18. Punt is away. Zayden Moore, fair catch called for. Ball will be spotted at the 21. So the Ensworth offense coming back out onto the field had nothing to show in the third quarter. Let's see if they can improve on that and get back to their form as they were in the first half.
I would like to see a very long drive here. Chew some clock up, then definitely get points. This is a crucial drive. Get points and take a long time doing so.
At this one, I really think points are the most important part. Neither team has really gotten anything going on offense, barring their scoring drives. Holtzclaw taking the snap, give to E.J. Gibson. Gibson taken down at the 23, maybe the 24. Looks like it's a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
I mean, if there's one takeaway from tonight, it's these two defensive lines have been shut down all night.
Holtzclaw in the gun. 4 receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Gibson on his left hip. Holtzclaw takes a snap, hits a quick hitter to Zayden Moore. Moore runs over an NBA defender out to the 27. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers here. Micah Smith checking into the game. Their big physical running back. Quite a possibility they could go with him. Holtzclaw in the gun. 3 receivers.
Hard count doesn't work. Let's see what they have drawn up here.
Getting the play from his OC on the sideline. Holtzclaw sending Bishop Starling in motion. Takes the snap and the give to Micah Smith. Smith is brought down short of the 1st down. Brought down for a gain of 1 yard, and it will be 4th down. That's the 2nd time that Ensworth has run the ball with Micah Smith on a third and medium, and that's the 2nd time the NBA defense has come up strong.
Yeah, and I'm not too sure about those 2 play calls right there. I mean, I would think you'd want to go for the 1st down. Now you're just back in the same scenario that you were before.
Graham Smith on to punt. And a timeout taken by NBA. So 10:01 left in this 4th quarter. It's 4th down and 3. Tigers looking to punt. So it's 4th and 3 for the Tigers now on their own 28, excuse me. And looks like the offense is going to come back onto the field for the Tigers.
Not so sure about this. This could really get out of hand quick.
It could. Oh, and they'll do the same thing where they had Holtzclaw punt the ball, just do a quick punt away. The ball will roll and die at the 40 of NBA. So NBA will get the ball at their own 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them. And Ensworth another 3 and out.
I mean, defense has been key for the Tigers all season long, and I think this might have to be the biggest drive of the season so far defensively. I mean, if you give up any points, it's kind of hard to see the Tigers driving downfield and putting up points on the board.
9:51 left in this game. Hugh Price in the gun from his own 40. Man in motion is Oakley McFerrin. Price feeling the heat, and Micah Smith putting him down.
That was impressive. Picking up a grown man like that.
Micah Smith just displaying his raw power. Just almost picking up Hugh Price and throwing him onto the ground for a sack. Ball's back at the 35. 2nd down and 15. Well, that is certainly a way to get the crowd into it, get some momentum going on your side, which is something they really haven't had in this 2nd half. It's been all NBA. Price in the gun. 2 receivers wide to the left. Price looking, firing. Oh, and nearly intercepted. Zayden Moore there on the breakup. Micah Smith also in coverage. With that incompletion, it'll be 3rd down and 15 for the Big Red. Need to get to the 51 for a first down.
If you talk about one of the guys that stepped up the biggest in this game, I'd say it's Zayden Moore, offensively and defensively. He's making plays all over the place.
So true. Third down and 15 for the Big Red. Need to get, once again, to the 51 for a first down. Price, 2 men on the right, takes the drop, looking, escaping, flushed out, and takes, oh, the ball is loose, and Ensworth has fallen on it. Jack Watts with the forced fumble and the recovery. It'll be Ensworth's ball on MBA's 26.
And when we talk about career days, Jack Watts has made a statement here tonight.
I mean, what a game-changing play. We talked about in the pregame show winning the turnover battle, and so far it's 2-0 Ensworth. The first turnover that they caused led directly to their score, and now this one could be posed to do the same thing. Ensworth is in business.
Jack Watts, 2 sacks, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, and a pick. He's doing it all.
Holtzclaw rolling out to his offhand, looking for it all. He's got a man, and he's in! Sean Johnson with the touchdown! And what a play by Max Holtzclaw!
And the crowd has erupted here at Daly Stadium, as they should. We've been talking about that deep ball all game, and it finally happened in the best of moments.
Holtzclaw, 1 pass, 1 play, touchdown Ensworth. Off his back foot, being hit, drops a dime in the back of the end zone. Sean Johnson reeling it in, getting 2 feet down. Just beautiful. And the extra point, there's a whistle on the extra point here. Timeout taken by Coach Batten. Wow, just what a miraculous play there.
And what did we say? 2 plays for MBA, and they got themselves back in the game. For Ensworth, 2 plays, and now it seems they've gone away with it.
Very true. The forced fumble and recovery by Jack Watts, and then 1 play later, an absolute bomb to Sean Johnson, who's been all over the place tonight. Look here on the replay, just drops it right in the bucket, gets both feet in.
That is a very impressive grab. People don't understand how hard that is. The over the shoulder, just looking straight up and hoping your quarterback puts it on the money, which of course Max Holtzclaw did just right there.
And also running to your opposite side of your throwing arm, having to completely turn around your body to make that throw. Setting his feet, getting it down there, right on the money. Here we go for the extra point here. If this is good, Ensworth will take a 7-point lead. Graham Smith to kick.
It's been on the money all year.
Snap, set, kick. Good.
Good job by number 12, Sam Bowers. A high snap, and he got it down just in time for Smith to kick it through the uprights.
Very true. So it's 14-7 Ensworth with 8:35 left in this one. Let's see how the MBA Big Red respond to a turnover and then a strike from Holtzclaw to Johnson.
Well, I said earlier that that defensive stop right there is going to be the biggest drive for either team in the entire game. And I changed my mind. This is upcoming. This is probably now the new biggest drive of the game.
That's fair to say. As the game progresses on, things become more and more important. This defensive series here for Ensworth could be the story of the game. If they do indeed get a stop, getting the ball back to their offense, and they do go down and score points, make it a 2-score game, it's going to be very, very difficult for MBA to stay in it. Now, on the other hand, if they don't get a stop and NBA strikes back with even a field goal, much less a touchdown, they are right back in this game. Graham Smith setting the ball up at the 40, taking his time. I wonder if we'll see another directional kick, as we've seen almost all night and all year. Looks like it will be. Directional kick. Caught at the 15, taken out past the 20 and 25. Down just shy of the 30 at the 29. That was Hutton Durrett on the return. So NBA will have the ball on their own 29 with just under 8:30 left in this game. Let's see what Hugh Price and the NBA offense have cooked up. Shotgun look. 2 men out wide to the left, 1 man very, very far down at the bottom of the screen to the right. Single coverage. Man in motion is Oakley McFerrin. Snap, Price, looking for McFerrin, has him. And oh, he falls down on what could have been a massive play for NBA.
That is
lots of green grass there, but lucky for the Tigers, he falls down at his own 36.
That is a huge break right there from Ensworth. I got scared there when he made that cutback. I thought he was taking it to the house, and NBA's had a few plays like that tonight.
I think that was the same play call where they got McFerrin on that huge play, which led directly to their touchdown. Lucky they didn't break that one a second time. In the I form. Fake handoff, looking for a man. He has him open. And just off the fingertips of Oakley McFerrin, he was wide open. Just a blown coverage there from the Tigers. Not quite sure what happened.
I think that's 2 plays in a row for the Tigers where they just catch a break, and that is a game-changing drop or overthrow, whatever way you want to look at it.
If McFerrin had reeled that ball in, then NBA would have been in business and definitely in field goal range. Big break. That's the second big break in a row for the Tigers.
Big 3rd and 2 here coming up. I think we're going to see a run play here.
Would not be surprised. Price, under center. Fakes, rolls out to his offhand, throws, and too strong. It's incomplete, and it will be 4th down and 2.
What do you do here? I mean, this is a tough call. Do you give the ball back to the Ensworth offense, or do you try to go for it? But if you don't get it, Ensworth's at around the 35-yard line.
True. Now football analytics would tell you you should go for this 100% of the time, as most teams pick up 2 yards on almost every play. So, and it looks like they're going to go with those. But, of course, in a real game scenario, nothing ever goes truly to plan. So NBA, 4th and 2. They're going to go for it.
Almost jumped right there. And, stoppage of play.
And a timeout by NBA. Looks like they were trying to get Ensworth to jump off sides, but they did not.
Almost worked.
It did almost work. A few flinches there on the defensive line, but no encroachment. So it will stay 4th and 2. And the NBA head coach will reevaluate his decision. As a reminder, please visit the Ensworth Spirit Store online at ensworthspiritstore.com. Additionally, the in-person stores are open Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. at the Red Gables campus and 3:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Frisk campus. This could be the play that ends up deciding the game. It is 4th down and 2.
They're going to punt it.
Oh, and NBA will put the punting unit on the field. probably the correct decision with still this much time to go. Your defense, barring that turnover in one play, has played well this half. I do agree with that choice. Walker Derryberry to punt. Gets it away. It's high and long. Zayden Moore calling for the fair catch. And we'll have it. The ball will be spotted right at the 20.
This is a chance for Ensworth to put the game away. Either you just keep getting first downs with that run game or get in field goal range, make it a 2-possession game and end this thing and move on to the next round.
If you're Ensworth here, you've got to think it just has to take time. It doesn't really matter if you score as your defense is playing so well. Well, it does matter if you score, but you just want it to make it take a long time. You want to establish the run. You want to use your dual threat running backs.
Couldn't agree more. I think clock over everything here for the Tigers.
Both teams still with 3 timeouts. 7:30 to go in this game. Holtzclaw taking the snap, faking it to Micah Smith, keeping it himself, and he's got a hole. He's up past the 25, or at the 25. Pick up of 5 yards there. 2nd down and 5.
Another read option. I think they unlocked a play in the playbook.
Clock still ticking down. Just over 7 minutes to go in this one.
I don't want to see the play clock run all the way out here maybe.
Holtzclaw in the gun, 3 receivers to the left. Give to Micah Smith. Micah Smith breaking a couple tackles. Gain of a yard at the most. So it will be 3rd down and 4 from the 26 for the Tigers. Tigers need to get to the 30 to move the chains.
Look, if you're Ensworth, that play clock's going to be on your side. I'd wait till it ticks down to maybe 5 seconds and then snap the ball.
I agree. They need to choose some clock here. If they do not pick this one up, they ideally want to punt the ball with just over 6 minutes to go. 10 seconds on the play clock. And a timeout called by Coach Rock Batten. Wants to talk it over with his team.
I like that timeout there. You got to really think about what you're about to do here. This is a huge 3rd down. And, I mean, really could seal it.
That it could. If the Tigers were to pick this one up, they would have a fresh set of downs and almost certainly would keep the clock moving. And if this clock starts to churn under 6, under 5, then and points go on the board for the Tigers, making it 2 scores, MBA will be in a very, very dangerous position. But that all rests on Ensworth picking up this play.
I think if you're Ensworth too, it's fine if you don't get. I mean, this defense has been fantastic all night. I say they do trust their boys to get at least one more stop if they don't pick up this 1st down.
And I don't think Coach Batten, if they do not pick this up, should mess around really with the having Holtzclaw punt the ball. I think they should line up and have Graham Smith punt it, as he is your punter. He has a bigger leg than Max Holtzclaw, so you'd want to get it as far down the field as possible. But it's 3rd and 5. 2 receivers on either side. Holtzclaw in the gun. Micah Smith in the game. Holtzclaw looking, firing. Nearly intercepted. Looked like a miscommunication there between Zayden Moore and his quarterback, Max Holtzclaw. Luckily, the pass fell incomplete. But it's 4th down and 5.
I'm taking Holtzclaw off the field and getting Graham Smith out there, and you're punting this ball away.
Well, the offense is going to stay out there. Now, we know that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go for it, as they've shown this look a couple of times tonight where they've kept the offense out there, but then done a quick switch. But now they're under 10 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to do something. They might be trying to draw them off. No, they're going to run a play. And Holtzclaw's going to punt the ball. It's going to be fielded by Sutton, and a late flag is thrown after the play for signaling a late hit on Ensworth. Penalties, penalties, penalties.
It's killing Ensworth all night, and in a big moment like that, here we go. NBA has a chance in this ball game now.
Yes, they do. I'm not sure I agree with the having Holtzclaw punt that one away. If you knew you were going to end up punting, I think you don't disguise it and just end up going with Graham Smith, who's been your guy all year. He's played well for you. I think you just stick with him, trust that he can make a good punt.
I agree with you. I mean, they've shown that look multiple times too. They knew it was coming, so really no point in having Holtzclaw punt it there.
I think that's a play where that only works once, and it will be unsportsmanlike conduct on MBA and a personal foul on Ensworth. So those penalties will offset, and MBA will have the ball on Ensworth's 41. So a lucky break there for Ensworth that MBA didn't have better starting field position, but they're gonna have to come up strong here in crunch time.
They say defense wins championships. This is the moment the Tigers can prove that right here in the biggest game of their season.
Officials conferring over something. Just over 6 minutes left in this game.
Hugh Price an opportunity to have a statement moment of his young career so far. See what happens.
1st and 10 for MBA. Price under center. Brooklyn Davis, six steps deep, faking the handoff. Price looking, pressured by Utley, has to throw the ball away. Good job by the Ensworth defense there, diagnosing that it was a play action, getting back, covering the receivers. Good pursuit by Utley, forcing the throw away and the wasted down.
Kind of shocked out of everyone, 55 came unblocked.
Yeah, you don't see that often. So it'll be 2nd and 10, under 6 minutes to go. Still at the 41 of Ensworth for NBA. Hugh Price, just a sophomore, took over in week 2 after the loss to Ensworth. Turned NBA season around. After losing 4 straight games, they finished with a 4-6 record. Price takes the snap, looking, firing, has a man over the middle, and he is met by Sam Haley.
Sam Haley so dangerous over the middle with that big frame of his, lowers the shoulder and lays the boom, setting up a 3rd and short.
So it'll be 3rd and 4 from Ensworth's 34. I think it's safe to assume NBA is going for this one twice, as they are in no man's land. They're too far out for a kick, but they're too far in for a punt.
And the crowd are on their feet here tonight.
Price in the shotgun, 2 receivers wide, takes the snap.
Haley.
Pressured. Price running for it, and he has enough for the 1st down.
Fantastic job by Price, reading the blitz, getting away from Sam Haley, which is not an easy thing to do, and picking up a 1st down, putting his body on the line.
Unfortunate there for Ensworth. They had the edge set on the right side, but not on the left. Andrew Hogan in pursuit, just couldn't get there to make the play before Hugh Price picked up the 1st down. So 4:45 to go in this one. MBA on Ensworth's 29. It's 1st and 10. Price in the gun, takes a snap, looks, fakes, standing, waiting, looking, running, and picking up 4 on the scramble.
Tell you what, the clock running down, this does seem to be it right here. If you need a stop, you need it now.
So it's 2nd down and 7. Ball on the 26 of Ensworth. MBA comfortably in field goal range at this point. Price in the gun once more. Motions a man over. Takes the snap. Drops back. No pressure. Looking. Throwing across the field. Has a man. And a missed tackle. And he is into the end zone. That's number 14, Hutton Durrett, who had the touchdown. Excuse me, not the touchdown. Had the big play that set up the touchdown earlier in the game. Gets on the score sheet for himself, and Zayden Moore seems to be a little shaken up after that play. Hope he's all right.
And just like that, Ensworth has an opportunity to try to have a game-winning drive here.
Jaron Sensabaugh shaken up on this play, needing help to stand up, but walking under his own power. So that is good to see. Did not even know he was hurt, as he was sort of down in the corner, out of our view from the booth up here, but glad to see he's walking and talking and all right. So MBA for the point after. Liam Hackett to kick. Snap, set, kick, and it's good. So MBA, with that drive and that play by Hutton Durrett, has tied the game up at 14 apiece.
Your defense has come up huge all game. They let up 2 scores. Now they're giving their offense an opportunity to come through in the clutch. If I'm Max Holtzclaw, this is what you dream about.
3:43 left in this game. Ensworth with 2 timeouts, MBA with 3. Here come the kicking units for both teams. Once again, it will be Justin Hopkins back to receive, along with Hayden Caldwell. This will be such a pivotal drive here for the Ensworth offense. With under 4 minutes to go, game being tied up at 14, you really, really need points on this drive to maintain your lead and put pressure on the NBA offense. And the kick is away and it's low, but being able to be fielded by Justin Hopkins, out past the 20 to the 25, makes a cut, out past the 30, taken down at the 33. So a nice return there from a weird kick by Justin Hopkins, setting up a good field position here for Ensworth's offense.
Hopkins has been doing that all year, so elusive and so vital to that return game. It's huge to start a drive at the 32 instead of the 20.
Very true.
Sam Bowers checks in.
Have not seen him at all tonight. Holtzclaw in the gun with who else but Micah Smith on his right hip. 2 receivers wide to the right, Zayden Moore in motion. Fakes the handoff, it'll be Holtzclaw on the keeper. Up past the 35, down to the 37. Gain of about 4.
The last thing you want to do if you're the Tigers is give MBA the ball back with time on the clock. Gotta waste some time here if you're not going to score, but of course, number 1 objective here is get into field goal range and ice this game.
Clock ticking down to under 3:10. Holtzclaw fakes the count, looking to the sideline, changing the play. Still in the gun. Takes the snap, looking. Has pressure, escaping. And falls forward for, and a late flag thrown in there by the back judge after Holtzclaw fell down at about the 39. See what this is all about.
Holding on the defense.
And it will be defensive holding on NBA. So that will result in an automatic first down for the Tigers. So under 2:45 here to go. Tigers with a fresh set of downs on the 50.
Huge penalty right there. Ensworth in business.
MBA's head coach asking for an explanation. Three receivers wide to the right. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Holtzclaw on the gun, takes the snap, throws out wide to Zayden Moore. Zayden Moore charging forward and taken down at the 47 into NBA territory.
We've seen a lot of receiver bubble screens, especially to Zayden Moore, and I expected that to be over with, especially in a situation like this, but we'll see what they roll with here.
Clock still moving. 2nd down and 6 on the NBA 47 for the Tigers. Holtzclaw, once again, faking the snap. Has 2 receivers wide to the left, 1 in Zayden Moore on the right. Holtzclaw takes a snap, looking downfield, throws it out to Sean Johnson, and he has it. Sean Johnson going out of bounds at the 36-yard line of NBA, and that will be enough for a 1st down.
And that might be the biggest throw of the game right there.
It might be. That has been a throw that Holtzclaw to Sean Johnson, they have executed on numerous 3rd downs on those out routes to pick up 1st downs. And obviously with the connection for the touchdown, which went to Sean Johnson. But nonetheless, a good play.
I'm expecting a run here.
1:48 left in the game. Holtzclaw on the gun. Takes a snap, throws it out wide to Jaron Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh turns the corner. The side judge says the clock will still run. Sensabaugh was taken down at about the 32.
And that's huge. I think if you're Ensworth, you kind of want the clock to start running out.
I agree. If you're NBA, you might have to start taking your time out. Holtzclaw takes a snap, throwing, and broken up.
It's a really risky pass right there. I don't know if I like that in this situation where you're kind of already in field goal range. Now on a 3rd and 6, honestly, I'd try to run the football, get some more yards, and set up a field goal.
That was Graham Geschke on the pass breakup. 3rd down and 6, just over a minute left in this game. Graham Smith has made a 45-yard kick this year, but to be comfortable, I would say they need to get down to about the 25. Holtzclaw takes the snap, rolling out to his right.
Has it.
Releasing, and he has a man. It's Jaron Sensabaugh, still on his feet, charging on the sideline inside the 10.
Go down.
Keeping his feet moving, and forward progress will be stopped at the 9-yard line.
That's
just the same play as the touchdown, except to a different man. Just a rolling out to the right, turning his body, setting his feet, and delivering to a wide open Jared Sensabaugh.
Well, I think that's officially the biggest throw of the night.
I agree with that. I agree with you on that one. So, clock still rolling.
See a run
under
play.
40 seconds here.
Like to see a run play here, set up the game-winning field goal, get on the right hash here.
If you're Ensworth, you are obviously trying to get in the end zone. Holtzclaw with the keeper, pushing up, back to the line of scrimmage. Ensworth still with 2 timeouts. 15 seconds left in this game. Looks like they're gonna set up the potential game-winning field goal here.
I like this a lot. Don't risk anything. Leave it in the foot of number 47 and see what happens. and everyone on their feet here in Daly Stadium. The season on the line.
What's up, Tigers fans? This is Parker Wade, Innsworth class of 2014, winner of 4 state championships while I was at Innsworth. I went to the Naval Academy. I'm currently stationed in Washington, D.C. as lieutenant in the Navy Supply Corps. Just want to say thanks for the appreciation and good luck to the Tigers tonight in the playoffs. Go Tigers!
My name is Peyton Davis, class of 2008, first graduating class of Innsworth High School. Post-grad, I went to Vanderbilt before spending 10 years in the Army, 5 as an infantryman, and then 5 as a Green Beret at the Special Forces Group. Today, I'm at Harvard Business School, still employing the same academic lessons I learned at Innsworth and grit through sports. Good luck tonight, boys. Go Tigers.
1 second left in this game.
Graham Smith, reliable all season. The biggest kick of his life coming up.
And a timeout taken by MBA. Graham Smith's former school. Graham Smith, the transfer from MBA to Innsworth this year, slotted in as their kicker, has been their kicker all year. And this one from the 9-yard line.
And I mean, he's been fantastic. I mean, transferring in, and you know, Innsworth really did need a kicker after Paulo Estefanos leaving, who's one of the best in the state last year. And you know, Graham Smith's taken over and has done an exceptional job here. And now, like I said before, biggest kick of his life coming up.
That it is.
If he makes this, this crowd is going to erupt. It's going to be absolute mayhem.
So 1 second left in the game. No possibility for MBA to run a play. This will be the final play of regulation time. So
I mean, this has been a great game, and for it to end like this is going to be truly something special to watch.
NBA's season on the line. Snap, set, kick, and it's blocked! And it's blocked by NBA!
Oh. That's unbelievable.
And the kick was blocked. And it's a touchback.
That is unbelievable.
Innsworth's had problems all year with having extra points and field goals and punts blocked. That has been something that they have not been able to fix.
And the Innsworth student
And
section.
it's going to come back to bite them.
Innsworth student section, absolute shock. Dead silence over the Innsworth crowd.
I think it's shock over the entire stadium, frankly. Now the NBA crowd is very happy about that, obviously, but we're going to go to overtime. Something we have not done yet this year.
I mean, this is truly one of the best playoff games I've witnessed in college, high school, and even in the NFL. I mean, this is really tight, and for it to end like this, for regulation to end like that, and we're going to have a good overtime matchup here.
So I'm not sure how high school overtime works. It might work the same way as college, where the team starts at the 25, and each team will get a possession. And if if teams are tied after that possession, it will go to another possession, except you have to go for 2, and then if they're still tied after that, I believe it's just a one-off play from the 2-yard line to get into the end zone or not.
I think there's a lot of confusion as Coach Rock talking to the referee here.
Both sidelines eagerly awaiting this overtime period. They might do another coin toss. I think that's what they're setting up for, to see who will start with the ball.
I mean, both defenses have come up clutch, but truly the special teams being the biggest factor in this game. Who would have thought?
Well, as we said in the pregame show, our third key to the game was play a clean game, especially on special teams. As we said, Innsworth's had problems all year with having kicks blocked. And on that play, it came back to bite him. So it
MBA.
looks to me as if MBA will receive the kick. They will receive the ball first. And it looks like they're just going to line up and play another quarter. It might be the NFL rules where if a team scores a touchdown, then the game ends. This is Ensworth's first overtime game of the year.
New territory for the Tigers, but for this defense, I don't think it's going to be any problem. They've been stout all game. Of course, they gave up that touchdown to tie it, but that was a 40-yard drive. Now full field, I don't really think NBA is going to move the ball all the way down and get points on the board.
We shall see. It looks like NBA is putting on their defense, and in fact, Ensworth will get the ball. So we were wrong about the coin toss result. It seems that Ensworth is going to have the ball first, and it looks like they're going to go with some sort of modified college rules where they start from the 10 and go from there.
Micah Smith in the backfield. Let's see if they give him the ball.
So it's Holtzclaw in the gun. Two receivers wide to the right. Man in motion with Zayden Moore. And the ball is out. Micah Smith has fumbled the ball, and NBA has recovered. Oh, my Lord. Micah Smith, it just seemed to, he didn't seem to field the handoff well, and it just popped out of his hands.
Silence over the Ensworth crowd. I mean, this is, what a change of events.
Just a devastating last two plays for Ensworth, the blocked field goal, and then on the first play of overtime, a turnover.
5 minutes ago, it looked like Ensworth is going to move on, and all of a sudden it seems like a guaranteed NBA is going to come away with this thing.
Now remember, NBA only needs a field goal to win this game. As Ensworth already had a possession,
they're lined up for it.
They're just going to line up for a field goal. If they make this kick, then NBA will move on, and Ensworth season will end at home in the TSSAA quarterfinals. And Coach Rock Batten has called his final timeout. One last-ditch attempt to ice the kicker.
I mean, what a turn of events. Like I said, I mean, 5 minutes ago, you'd say, okay, Ensworth's moving on without a doubt. And in 2 plays, it seems as NBA is going to be moving on to the semifinals.
Now, we saw this before where Graham Smith's kick was blocked from the exact same spot. So, we will see if Ensworth can come up with a similar result, as that, frankly, barring a complete shank, will be the only way that Ensworth will stay alive. But NBA has had no problems that I'm aware of blocked field goals or blocked punts or anything of that sort.
Season on the line.
Season on the line for Ensworth. NBA makes this kick, and they will move on. Snap, set, kick.
It is good.
And it's good.
Your Tigers fall 17-14 in overtime here at home. NBA moves on to the semifinals. Ensworth, disappointing end to a great season.
This is Eli Russ, and with me, Seth Nolden. A disappointing loss for Ensworth, falling to the Tigers. Falling to the Big Reds, 17-14. So long.